Matthew here from MiniWarGaming.com, and this is another Beat Matt Batrep.
We work so you can play. MiniWarGaming's Beat Matt Batrep.
And today I'm going to be playing 40k in the hay. I'm going to stop right there.
This is a good one. I liked it.
You like that?
Yeah.
Well, thank you. You're very patronizing. No, that's not the word. Kind.
Trying to be nice,
Okay.
not mean.
I guess that's good.
If you want to interpret it that way, it's your choice.
All right. And here we have
Ross.
And Ross is going to be playing Ravenwing. Pretty awesome. And I'm going to be playing my Tyranids and trying out a different kind of list. I think I say that every time because it's true. I always like to change it up, try out different things, and have some fun with that. So we are going to be playing that. Of course, if you want the full details of the armies, you've got to watch the pregame show, which is at the link below, which is free for everybody. Just click on it. It'll take you to the website. You can watch it. You don't have to register an account or anything like that. And there we go into full detail of what we brought and why we brought it. And yeah, and in this battle report, we're just going to quickly go over the armies. So if you don't want the details, continue watching. If you do, link below. So let's take a look at the armies as well as the scenario. And here is my 1,500 point list. Of course, if you want the full details, make sure you watch the pregame show below, but I'm going to quickly run over what we have. We've got 2 Turbogons here, all with both with 3 psychic powers. We got 2 Molochs. The one looks like a Trigon, but he's a Moloch, trust me. We got 2 Ripper Swarms, who are armed with Spine Fist and Tunnel Swarms, so they're going to deep strike. 2 Venom Thropes, 3 Hive Guard, and a group of 10 Yumgrowled Gene Stealers. That is my 1,500 points. And on this side, we got 1,500 points of Ravenwing. So our command squad over here is basically just like a Space Marine command squad, but on bikes. And we got 3 squads that are all identical, and they're just armed with lots and lots of bolters because this banner over here gives the bolters salvo 2/4, and being relentless, they're going to be shooting lots, with some land speeders attached. And this thing was called what again?
The Dark Shroud.
The Dark Shroud, that's right, and it gives extra cover saves and a little faster charge distance.
Yep.
Full details in the pregame show. And we're going to be playing on the Jeff Anderson table. We went over this terrain in a little more detail in the pregame show. Seen a theme here, lots of stuff in the pregame show. And it's the buildings created by Greenleaf Terrain for the other board, for the Mudge board actually, just using them on here. So it's the outskirts of an imperial city with some forests and some ruins. It should be pretty interesting. We are going to be playing the mission with objectives. We have yet to roll for how many objectives, or placing them, or which side we'll be on, but we'll be doing that in just a moment. So we're gonna roll off for sides. I get to choose. Oh man. I think I want to choose this side. I'll tell you in a second. So we forgot to roll for the table deployment type. And we rolled it and got hammer and anvil. So that's the one where you deploy and you go this way along the table. So I'm gonna take this side and head in that direction. And we rolled for objectives, and I got to place 2 objectives, and Ross got to place 1. And so since I'm starting on this side, I'm placing them, of course, on this side, because the Tyranids are not nearly as fast as the Ravenwing army they're going up against. And then Ross places here because it makes sense. Because basically, it looks like, fluff-wise, the Tyranids have already destroyed the city, and the Ravenwing are being sent in to get key data and key objects out of it, maybe some relics from their chapter, who knows. So they have to get to this land raider and hold that to maybe pull some data out of it, or maybe some gene seed, or who knows. And then they have to get further into the city, just the outskirts though, to try to start pushing the Tyranids back so they can establish a bit of a beachhead. So there is the fluff reason for this game. Now we're going to roll to see who actually goes first. So roll in for who goes first. I roll a 3, you roll a 6. So you're going to go, you want to deploy? You want to go first? Okay, yes. So you'll deploy first as well on your side. We are deployed. The Ravenwing have all lined up. They have yet to do their scout moves, so they're going to be moving 20 or 12 inches closer. So it's going to close in very fast. Night fighting is in effect, because that was the warlord trait that I got to choose, and of course I chose for it to be night fighting. So we'll do the scout moves in a second. On my side, there's hardly anything deployed. It's because I'm being taken by surprise, or that's what we're saying. Got a Turbogon over here. A couple Venom Thropes. You know what? I didn't even deploy them. I just dropped them on the table. I'm going to put them like this. I just kind of put them there. And then over here we got the other Turbogon, which is an HQ choice, and these guys up in the rafters. And I put them there just because it looks cool. They don't actually have to have line of sight, so I could have like stuck them in there out of line of sight. But how fun would that be? They're kind of out of line of sight anyways. It's going to have to be like here to shoot at the one, or back here to shoot at the other. So it's just the cool look. Yes, I just burped. So we're going to do the scout moves now, so why don't you go ahead and start moving up.
Okay.
I think this is going to be pretty straightforward. They're going to move 12 inches forward. And they have Scout moved forward. I don't even think I'm going to try to steal initiative because I want the last turn, and it's not like I'm going to have a bunch of firepower to bear down on him with. So we do have a mysterious objective to roll for, so go ahead. And it's 4. So this is a targeting relay, which means any scoring units controlling it get to re-roll their to hit shooting rolls of 1. And starting to zip up, I am not going to steal initiative because it's just makes more tactical sense for me not to. Because then I get last turn, so I get to grab the objectives. And there's really nothing I want to do in the first turn. So I think this is going to be very straightforward. Moving up. Now, it's this banner right here that gives them the salvo.
Yep.
So some of the guys will have, is it 6-inch range?
6-inch range, yeah.
Yeah, so this one group right here will have that, and maybe he can get another group into that as well. Of course, no psychic powers were done because the librarian rolled on pyromancy and got the molten beam, which is a 12-inch strength 8 AP1 melta beam, which will be good. And these guys are all skilled riders, so they don't have to worry about dangerous terrain. And the other one that he got was the eruption one, which he probably won't be really using that much because it just does 1 wound automatically. And if it kills the model, it does an explosion around him, just small blast though. And then my Turvagons actually rolled on biomancy. Nobody got Iron Arm, but they both got endurance. And one of them got endurance, life leech, and enfeeble. And one of them got endurance, warp speed, and hemorrhage, which I find hemorrhage to be most useless. Because of the way the Ravenwing work, you actually have a lot of scoring units.
Yep.
So all those assault bikes, which are detached, can score. The land speeders can't because they're vehicles, but still. And the land speeder posse moves forward. So everybody has Jink. Skimmers because they're skimmers, and bikes because they're bikes. And throw in night fighting. And the +1 cover save that the big guy right here gives. And basically shooting at these guys is almost pointless.
Unless you have a lot of low strength shots.
Yeah, a lot of low strength shots or things that just ignore cover, like my Hive Guard. But there's not a lot of shots from the Hive Guards, so I won't see too much damage there. Might be able to pop off a land speeder. So 5 out of 6 of these guys are in range to fire at this one Venom Thrope. They can't see the other one, but they could kill the one. However, first he's going to turbo boost the HQ squad, just so he can give them the salvo rule so they can fire more. They get an extra distance from the what again?
Rapid maneuver. It's
That's
his
right.
Warlord trait.
His Warlord trait is an extra 2 inches.
2 inches.
So 14-inch turbo boost, which will effectively give those guys a 4-up Jink, but then +1 if... Oh, I guess the other guy won't be nearby, but still. With night fighting, it basically makes them invulnerable. Most likely a 2+ cover. So now firing 20 shots from these 5 guys into the Venom Thrope. So 20 shots hitting on 3s, twin link, go! Oh, where's the other? Is that 20?
Let me see.
Oh yeah, it is. Yep, it looks like less than 20. And a reroll for the twin link, thankfully. Oh, that's a little better.
There
all
we
but
go.
1. Wounded on 4 is only toughness 4 on the Venom Thropes. So 4-up cover, 5-up from the Venom Thrope's ability, +1 for being stealth from night fighting. So he's probably dead. Yeah. Takes 3 wounds. Only one of them takes the wounds though, because the other one is out of line of sight. So he's dead, and the other one is out of line of sight. Not that he would have died, but he would have taken a wound. So these 2 attack bikes can see into here and see one of the Hive Guards, so they're both going to fire. We'll roll them both at the same time. So the whites are the heavy bolters and the blacks are the regular bolters. And the heavy bolters are not twin linked, right?
Yep.
So let's re-roll the bolter one.
That
So a
hits.
few hits. Yep. The whites on 5s and the blacks on 6s for the wounding, because it's toughness 6. Oh, no
nothing.
wounds. These ones are going to turbo boost forward because my guys are a little too far back for them to get to. Normally I hate this type of deployment, but given these armies, it works out quite nice because he's able to close the distance so it's not really boring, and it allows me to deploy a little further back without feeling like I'm just being cheesy. Salt Bike here is going to fire at these Hive Guards as well. Can see the one on top of the building. So same thing as before, heavy bolters and regular bolters, except only one of them. So you got all of them hit.
Yeah.
5 with the whites and 6 with the black. Nothing. Wow.
Boost up to the objective.
And the squad is going to turbo boost through.
Yep.
Because
they're gonna.
they
It looks
wanna
like this is difficult though, so we'll have to.
Yeah, there'll be some dangerous terrain rolls that we'll make. Looks like 2 of them are going to go through it.
And, well, they'll all go through.
Yeah, it looks like they'll all have to go through.
Except for me.
Just so everybody knows, the footprint of the building is not necessarily difficult. It's just if it looks difficult, such as the rocks and the rubble.
We'll just stop there.
So you got 4 dangerous terrain rolls to make. So 4 of them, we're not going to do them individually because I don't care. Any ones? Nope, you're fine.
They're good.
And the 3 land speeders, they're not a squadron, but they're all going to fire into these hive guard. There's only the one that they can see, but they're just firing the 2 crack missiles each. I'll get a 2-up cover save though. 3's to hit. Oh, only 3 hit. Sorry, that's only 2 hit. And then 2's to wound. 2 wounds. 2-up cover. And wow, could have been 6-up cover, it'd be fine. And that is it. These guys really know how to do a surprise attack. They're like almost all the way in my deployment, and I haven't even gone yet. So the tough thing for me is if I start spawning termagants, he's got tons and tons of bolter shots. I can just eat them up. So I've got to figure out a way to deal with the guys who are closer up. So the Warlord Tervagon is going to cast Endurance on himself, and he succeeds. So now not only does he have regeneration, he has It Will Not Die, and Feel No Pain. And Relentless, but he already has that as a monstrous creature. The other one is going to cast Warp Speed on himself. Also successful. So now he has Fleet and plus D3 attacks and initiative. The initiative doesn't matter because he has Crushing Claws, which sets his initiative to 1, but he now has plus 2 attacks for the next round. This guy will move first, but he's going to spawn some Termagants. He's going to keep them in this cover here, because I do need Termagants in order to grab objectives. So he will spawn 11, and no doubles are rolled. So these Termagants all spawned right in here, just out of line of fire, or line of sight, and fire, of as many things as possible, so they can stay alive to be able to grab this objective later on. And then the Tervagon moves to here, and he is ticked. Who are you intruders doing? Or what are you intruders doing in my city? Except he doesn't talk. He goes, and this Tervagon, who's got warp speed on him, is also going to spawn some Gunts. Also got 11, and also did not roll any doubles. Very nice. And he's going to move through some difficult terrain, 6 inches. And he's going to come through that door. Roar! Is that scary? I think it would be scary.
It would be pretty intimidating.
To have a Tervagon all of a sudden charging through the doors. Venomthrop is going to move into this difficult terrain. 6 inches, doesn't matter what the other one was. So he'll go right here and hide. And these guys will move into this cover as well. 6 inches, so they're just going to move up to right here and knock over that Venomthrop. So let's find out what this mysterious objective is.
Sabotage!
So it is sabotaged. I don't know if it's sabotaged by the Tyranids or by the Ravenwing. I think more likely by the Tyranids. So it's possibly going to explode at the end of everybody's turn, if we remember to do that, which I never. This objective over here we forgot to roll for, it is 5. This one is a scatter field, so it gives +1 to cover. So basically these guys are going to have really good cover saves, especially because it's night fighting. Although we're really close, so I don't know if that'll really matter. They've got a good armor save, and these guys are going to stay put. These 3 Hive Guard are going to shoot up into the sky, and it's going to come down and hit this bike. Now I've realized, I think I'm doing the Hive Guard rule wrong for their cover and intervening terrain thing. What I used to do is basically just treat them as ignoring cover. But the rule actually says that the terrain only gives cover if they're in it or adjacent to or next to it, like it's between the Hive Guard and them. It doesn't mention anything about ignoring all other cover saves. So you'll still have your Jinx save, and in this case you'll be stealthed, so it would be a 4+ cover. Now in this case it doesn't matter because he has a 3+ armor, but if I was firing, let's say at the land speeders, and they were in range, then they'd have their 5-up Jink, +1 from this guy, so 4-up, and then +2 from being shrouded from the night fighting. So they'd actually still have a 2+ cover, whereas I've been ignoring that in other games, and it just kind of dawned on me today. I don't know why. So I apologize to previous opponents where I did that wrong. So they're going to fire this attack bike and try to kill it. 3's to hit. Alright, 5 hits. 2's to wound. No insta-killing though, because they are toughness 5. So 4 saves, 3+. It's got 2 wounds though. Oh, and he stays alive. So he survives it. So, pretty pitiful. Shooting phase is over, because I don't want to fire the blast, and just the off chance I actually kill a couple guys, and then I can't get into charge range. So he is going to declare a charge against these guys, and he is declaring a charge against them. And I'm assuming they're all going to Overwatch, right?
Yes, they are.
Awesome. We'll start with this one.
Okay.
10 shots from the group, because the guys in the back are not in rapid fire range. Hitting on 6s. Whoa!
That was awesome.
Reroll, because they are twin-linked. Oh, so 4 hits.
It's just a wound again.
6 is to wound. That's right. Toughness 6. Nothing.
Nothing.
And I need a 5 to charge.
Double ones.
Oh, you frickin'! This keeps happening to me. Last game, I would have won if it wasn't for all the failed charges. Oh, I really needed to make that charge.
Terrible luck.
And then here, 2 guys can see him at rapid fire range, so 2 Overwatch shots. Oh, should totally make a 5. So 1 hit so far, twin linked on 6s. 2 hits. 6s to wound, nothing. Now this guy has to go 7 inches, but he gets a reroll. Oh no. He
can make
I
it.
need a 4 up.
Come on.
Oh, thank goodness. And he charges in and slams into this one in front. So starting here, I am not going to declare any challenges. Did you want to declare any challenges against the Turbogon?
I will declare my sergeant against the Tyranids.
So you do want to declare a challenge?
Sure.
All right, I have to accept it. So we are in base contact, which means your sergeant's going to take the first hit. Because these all have hit and run, so that'll actually help them to possibly survive that. Starting with the impact hit at strength 5.
Yep.
Force to wound. Now, the sergeant only has 1 attack, hitting on 3s though. He hits. Winning on 6s? Nothing.
No.
So I'm not going to smash attack because I have Furious Charge, so I'm hitting with strength 6 right now. So I have 3 attacks, and then 1 for the charge, and then 2 for warp speed, and then D3 more for crushing claws. 1 more. So that many attacks. Hitting on 4s though. So if these all whiff, and I cry. No, that's not a whiff. So this is why I wanted to hit your squad, and not just one guy.
Yep.
But I guess I have to kill the sergeant before I can kill the squad. So then I wound him on 3s.
Yes.
3s, not 2s, but it's poisoned. So I get to reroll. Doesn't matter, he's dead. Because there's no saves that he gets to get that. I would have killed your entire squad if it wasn't for a challenge. Stupid challenges. They don't make sense with Tyranids. Yes, I'm complaining. Doesn't matter.
Just be like, bleh.
Blah, whatever. I'll just chomp through all your guys. That would have literally killed the entire squad.
Yep.
That would have been epic, and I would have liked that. But now they're just gonna hit and run away like sissies, because that's what they are. I should have 4. Oh, you made it.
Just make it.
So he hits and runs. You choose to go straight back, and you move 3d6 inches,
6.
and it is 13 inches.
13.
13 inches.
This guy's just gonna go back
Yeah.
this way.
You know, as much as that sucked for me, it just challenges with Tyranids. I don't know, it just doesn't make sense. I just wish the Turbogons weren't characters. But then again, if they weren't characters, then they can do precision shots. So that's kind of nice that they can do that. So that is it for turn 1. Hardly any casualties. He killed 1 Venomthrope. I killed 1 Sergeant and inflicted a wound on the attack bike. And so now we're going to turn 2. So reserves can start to come in. Now the Deathwing or the Ravenwing don't have any reserves, but the Tyranids do. So let's see what the Ravenwing can do before all the reinforcements arrive. These guys are going to move up, getting ready to try to kill that Turbogon. Should be a good idea, because no more night fighting. But still having a 3+ save is going to help. And the command squad are going to speed towards the Turbogon as well. They want revenge for that 1 sergeant who was killed. Because, every Space Marine counts. At least in the fluff. In the games, it doesn't seem that way.
I don't want to swear or anything like that.
Nope, definitely don't swear.
Kids will be watching.
That's right. We like to keep this family friendly. Moving up here, going after this Turbogon, who is endured, but didn't charge and kill the sergeant there, which means, yeah, it's just going to slow things down.
This guy's just
The wounded attack bike is moving up. You think one of the guys would be dead from that wound, but it's actually the bike that took the wound.
Yes.
Land speeder is zipping up as well. The nice thing is night fighting is gone, so I can start to shoot those down.
Just gotta move first.
But until then, we got lots of crack missiles coming my way.
How's he gonna go?
Moving up in formation.
Yep. There's
Command squad is going to open fire into the Turbogon. And I have this grenade launcher, which actually gives a -1 toughness if you manage to hit him with it. Starting at the grenade launcher.
Oh.
And it'll scatter 2 inches,
so
which might still hit him. So yes, it still hits him. So no wounds, but he suffers -1 toughness. And we have all their plasma weapons, and now he's only toughness 5. Although plasma is strength 7, so it does matter.
Yep. I'll probably use
Hitting on 3s, re-rolling. And it does get hot. Oh, but you get to re-roll it. Wow, lots of hits.
Yep.
Wounding on 2s, AP2. And he survives with 1 wound. So he's down to 1 wound already. And everybody else is going to be wounding him twice as much, because they go from wounding on 6+ to 5+. Should have given him endurance. But I didn't. Librarian is going to try to use the psychic power, but he's within the shadow of the warp. But he's going to try to use the beam? No, I can't use the beam.
One.
The one that automatically wounds. So 3 dice. Leadership 9, I believe?
Leadership 10.
Leadership 10. Okay, go for it. Oh, you made it. But you peril.
Oh, I do.
Yes.
So I take.
Feel no pain for the perils? Nope. So he's down to 1 wound, but he gets it off. Which means I have to deny the witch. Or I just take an automatic wound and die. 5 up, deny the witch, otherwise I'm dead. And he's dead. He does explode, but it's just a small blast. So that's first blood. And thankfully he wasn't the warlord, but still, he dies. Now, every termagant within 6 inches, which there aren't any, would get hurt from that. The squad will fire all their bolters into this termagant, using the salvo rule because of the banner nearby.
Hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s. And twin linked. Thankfully this guy has endurance and stuff, so he should survive. Twin linked. Ooh, good shot. And now winning on 6s.
I could whip right now.
2 6s.
2.
3 saves. 3+ saves. Oh, and he's fine.
He's golden.
And this squad is also going to fire at this Turbogon, but not with the salvo rule because they're not close to the banner. 10 shots, the guys in the back are not in rapid fire, so hit on 3s rerolling. Good hits, and all hit. And 6s to wound. 3 wounds. 4 wounds.
4 wounds. The other squad.
Half as many shots, twice as many wounds. So that did 4 times better.
Yes.
On average. 3s to save. 2 wounds, but I have feel no pain.
No pain.
1 wound. And he's on to 5 wounds. So all 3 of these bikes are going to fire into the Turbogon. The black dice are the bolters, and the white are the heavy bolters. Hitting on 3s. And twin linked for the bolter. So 5 up for the white, and 6 up for the black. So 2 wounds.
2 right.
3+ save. He's fine. All 3 land speeders are going to fire their crack missiles into the Turbogon, as well as their heavy bolters. The black are crack, and the white are heavy bolters. I stole your joke. You said it before I turned the camera. Hitting on 3s. Nothing twin linked.
That was not...
Ooh, but it's the crack missiles that mattered, and 5 out of 6 hit. The black ones went on 2s with no saves, except for feel no pain, so this could kill him. Yep, 5 wounds. No armor save. So feel no pain. I got to make at least 1 of these. And I make 2. He is hurting. He's down to 2 wounds. Left him out in the open because of that. And the assault cannon is going to fire into the Turbogon as well. I made a very critical mistake here. When he hit and run, I was supposed to be able to move d6 inches, which possibly would have been able to put me into cover, which might have made him survive that encounter. Probably would have made him survive that encounter. So lesson learned. 4 shots in the assault cannon.
3s to hit.
2 hits. 4s to wound, but 6s rend. Oh, 1 rending. So feel no pain. Nope. So that's everything that he has to shoot.
An excellent round of shooting.
But yeah, killed the Turbogon and almost killed the other one. So these guys are going to be super brave, and they're going to declare an assault against this Turbogon, who only has a blast weapon, so he cannot overwatch. But he is going through difficult terrain. So we'll see if he can get there. 5 inches. We know it's 5 inches because he failed it. So charge range. Still only rolling 2 dice because he's bikes. Go for it. 5 inches. You make it. Now the 2 guys in the back have to take dangerous terrain rolls, so go for that. And they're fine. Alright, so smashing into him with their Hammer of Wrath.
Just driving in.
Looks like you get 3 Hammer of Wrath.
Yeah,
maybe 4.
I think maybe just 3.
Just the 3, okay. Yeah. Do you declare any challenges, sir?
I do not.
Well, I will declare a challenge to try to survive this. You can say no and not have your sergeant fight, or say yes and only have your sergeant fight. What would you prefer?
You know what? Never decline a challenge.
Never decline.
One rule.
That's your one rule.
The one rule. Never decline.
Oh, I could manipulate that one so bad. All right, so these 2 are going to fight, which means no Hammer of Wrath for the other 3.
Nope.
So 1 automatic Hammer of Wrath, and then he gets to fight, and then I get to try to crush him. The Hammer of Wrath wounds on 6. Nope. 2 attacks in the charge, 3s to hit. 1 hit. And 6s to wound. Oh, no. So normally I have 3 attacks. I'm going to smash and have half attacks, but I get plus D3 for crushing claws. So I get 2 extra. So 4 attacks at strength 10. Hitting on 4s, so 3 hits. Wounding on 2s. So I killed him 3 times. So Sergeant goes down. Now the question is, do you want to hit and run?
I am going to hit and run.
Okay. Do they make their initiative roll? 4 or less. They do. Going directly backwards, 3d6 inches. 9 inches. 9 inches. I don't know 9 inches, man.
9 inches.
I think he's ticked. So he's going to be you're going directly back.
Yeah, so I think I just have to go over the difficult.
Yeah, you have to go over the dangerous terrain.
Yep.
With hit and run, just so everybody knows, you choose a direction, and then you move 3d6 inches directly in that direction. So they move back, and that Turbogon is ticked. Because look how hurt he is. He's just mad. Very mad. So he gets to consolidate d6 inches, which I will not be forgetting this time. 6 inches.
Oh, no.
Oh, you're not going away from me, buddy. Friends. And it will not die. Nope. It will die, probably, in the Overwatch. So that's the end of the Ravenwing turn. Killed the Turbogon, who should have remembered to run back into cover. Almost killed this guy, who's now on a blood rampage, and he'll probably die from perils or Overwatch or something silly like that. And yeah, we're going into Tyranids turn 2. Hopefully my reinforcements arrive. So here we go. Ripper Swarm, 3+. Yes. Yes. Young girls? No! Moloch? Yes. And other Moloch? No. Oh, you're lucky. Oof. First group of Ripper Swarms right here. And they scattered that way. And he scatters right here, which will be a dangerous train check, but otherwise fine. So we got 2 dangerous train checks to make. And they're fine. Second squad. Not too bad. And they're right there. So the 2 Ripper Swarm squads right there, poised to strike. And the Moloch is going to attempt to come in right there. And he scatters back, which is okay. And he scatters back to here. So we put the large blast down, we hit 3 guys. I think 1 from the command squad and 2 from the other squad. Sorry, that's 2 from the command squad, 1 from the other squad. So 1 from the other squad, dead on 3. Of course. And the 2 command squad, 1 wound. 4 up invulnerable save. Wow. Just wow. Talk about anticlimactic. So these guys get moved away so that Moloch can... Just gotta push the guy's minimum distance so the Moloch can fit. And the most unimpressive Moloch pops out of the ground. He's like, oh, what happened? And everybody's like, nothing. He's like, oh crap, plasmas. So instinctive behavior on these guys, they're fine. On the Venom Throat, he's not. So he will lurk, which is fine. That's all he's going to do anyway. And endurance on himself does not peril, so he has endurance. And before he charges into battle, he's going to spawn Gaunts. Oh, only 6. So much for doing really well with these Turbogons. That's definitely below average. And they're going to spawn back here. And that Turbogon's going to move forward, so it's impossible for him to fail his charge.
You never know.
So these guys are going to run back and hide. Because as much as they have firepower to take down a speeder, there's not enough of them. And I've got to think about objectives. 20 shots from these Ripper Swarms into this group. So hitting on 5. Re-rolling. Stop. Re-roll. Okay, good number of hits. Wounding on 6s. Come on, 10 6s. 1 6. Yeah, baby! And a 3+ save. Oh, wow.
You killed?
The nearest is a sergeant, so probably a lookout, sir, correct?
Yep.
4+ lookout, sir. Oh. Oh, at least we got the sergeant. No challenging for you, stupid little sergeant. Actually, I'm just killing all... Yeah, I'm killing all your sergeants. That's all I've killed is your sergeants. So 4 of these Ripper Swarms are going to fire into this attack bike. 16 shots. Hit on 5s.
Ooh, wow.
And reroll. Twin linked. Oh, not that many. 6s to wound. 2 6s. 3+ save. And he's alive. But takes a wound. Well, at least he's hurt. These 3 Hive Guard are going to try to take down this speeder right here. We need to get less crack missiles on the board. Otherwise, this Turbogon is dead. 6 shots. 3 up. 4 hits. Exactly average. 4+ jink. Oh!
That was excellent.
2 to glance. That's a pen.
Pens.
Just AP4, so whatever I roll. 6. 5. So that would be immobilized.
Yeah, still would have been good even without the 4-up cover there.
Yeah, so he loses a wound, and he is immobilized. Yeah, that 4-up cover really saved him. Made 3 out of 4 of those. These Termagants are going to run 2 inches. So they're just going to tuck behind here the best they can.
Tuck and cover.
This Turbogon's going to declare an assault. Actually, you know what? He's going to fire, because he's close enough. He's going to kill himself. He'll shoot at this one with his blast. So this is where the blast is going. This is where I want it to scatter to. And then I want to roll all 6s, all the time. So scatter. Oh, it's going 7 inches that way. Scattering all the way over here, but does nick the damaged land speeder, so maybe I'll kill it. 5 to glance. No. Now he will declare a charge and get overwatched a bajillion times. And he has 1 wound left. Will he survive it? 10 shots, hit on 6s, twin linked. 1 so far. Not looking good for them. Looking good for me. And reroll. 2. 6s to wound. Yeah.
No whammy.
Oh yeah. I survived. And he'll get in base contact right there. So 1 hammer of breath. No sergeant to challenge me. Ha! But I get my 1 hammer wrath and then they all get to attack me. 4s to wound. Yep, 3 up save. He's fine. So he'll attack back, all 5 of them. These 3 would pile in, but we're just not gonna bother. 3s to hit. My weapon skill's only 3. 4 hits. 6s to wound. This is it.
Come on, luck.
No! Luck doesn't like you anymore. So I had 3 attacks. I'm not going to smash because I'm strength 6 with Furious Charge. 1 on the charge, plus D3. Come on, dice. You suck! But I can still kill them all. But I have to hit on 4s. 3 hits. 3s to wound. Re-rolling. Come on. There. 3 dead. So 3 of them die. So he's stubborn, so he has a leadership of 8 to make. So does he make it first off? No, he fails it. So my initiative is 1, his is 4. And I get 5, and he gets 6. So you do make it away.
Yeah.
3d6 run, he's going to run 12 inches directly back, which is what he wanted to do anyways with this hit and run. Going to move around his land speeders, but he's basically going to be tucking tail and running, but then auto-regrouping. Because he's Special Marines. But there's only 2 of them left, so I'm okay with that. And I get to consolidate 2 inches. So he's going to move back, and then I'm going to just cross my fingers that I regenerate really well. So 5 regeneration rolls, and 1 it will not die. The regenerates are on 6s, and it will not die is on a 5. Just 1. He is so dead with crack missiles. So he goes up to 2 wounds, but he's totally dead next turn. And that is the end of turn 2, looking pretty pitiful for the Tyranids, who can't seem to do enough damage here. Just kind of glancing and taking a wound off, and chewing down each squad by a little bit, causing a perils of the warp on the librarian, but just not enough to really sink their teeth in. So going into Ravenwing, turn 3. Now these guys have noticed the Ripper Swarms, they're going to turn around and deal with them, which they should be able to deal with them rather well. Bike squad moving forward to the objectives. Going to face up against those Termagants. The dangerous train rolls for those 5 bikes. 1 fails. Armor. He's fine. Good. Command squad just turning, getting ready to pummel the crap out of that Moloch. Poor Moloch who didn't get to kill anything. Tech bikes moving up. They're also troop choices, so they can hold objectives. And they get extra cover from that objective. If somehow the Termagant survives all these attacks, which is unlikely, then I have a slight chance to swing things back into my favor.
Yep.
And Speeder's moving up. They're not afraid of that Termagant, even though he could single-handedly... Nope, that one's immobilized.
Oh, yep, you're right. Sorry about that.
Even though he could single-handedly kill all of them. Especially if they're a squadron. If they're a squadron, I could shoot through them so badly. Yeah. But nope. Their crack missiles are going to show the Termagant who's boss. So those guys get to regroup 3 inches and move 12. Because they're Space Marines. When they're running away, they move faster towards the enemy.
On this house over here.
Moving over to grant better cover saves. Immobilized land speeder is going to fire 2 crack missiles and a heavy bolter in the Termagant. Blacks are the crack missiles. Oh no. I need to see some 1s in those black dice. Nope.
Nope.
Feel no pain. Oh, he felt it. Oh, he's dead. 1 land speeder finishes him off.
You did it, buddy.
Firing all their plasmas. Are you going to start with the little grenade launcher thingy?
Yep.
So I just checking the interesting rule because this one gives a -1 when it hits. So the question is, does it get the -1 toughness for these guys shooting because it's all simultaneous? And we're going to say yes. I'm not going to check the FAQ. Just because it says when it hits, then he gets a -1 toughness because then you roll your wounding afterwards. So I can see it going either way, but he's dead no matter what. So where does it go? Direct hit. You got him. And he's going to use the Molten Beam on him. Psychic? Peril? No. He's
very close.
Deny the Witch? Hey, I denied the Witch on the Molten Beam. 8 plasma shots. Twin links. Hitting on 3s. Wow. 8 hits.
Really good.
Choose the wound. No saves. I wonder what's about to happen. 7 wounds. 7. And he dies. Pops up. Doesn't kill anybody. And then gets just plasma to the face. Salvo shots into the Ripper Swarms. 20 shots. 20 shots. Hitting on 3s. Re-rolling. Yeah. And re-roll. Yep. So 18 out of 20 hits. Wounded on 3s, no saves. So this one takes 2 wounds, and 3 of them die. Attack bike into the Termagant squad right there. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling the 1 black die. 3s for the black, 2 for the white. Heavy bolter and regular bolter. 1 guy dies in a 4-up cover. Nope, 2 guys die, and 2 go down. 2 attack bikes will fire at the Vananthrope, trying to drop the cover around. Alright, so we got 6 heavy bolters and 2 bolters. Hit on 3s. Re-rolling the bolters. 3s and 4s. 3s on the whites, 4s on the black. Against toughness 4. 3 wounds. 5-up cover. He survives. He has 1 wound. So he's hurt, but not dead. One land speeder will fire into the venom throat with 2 crack missiles, I'm guessing?
Yep.
Crack missiles and heavy bolter hitting on 3s. So 1 crack missile and 2 heavy bolter.
2s and 3s.
2s and 3s. 2 wounds. 5 up cover. He's dead. And that drops the cover save for all of these Termagants. And this land speeder is going to fire the crack missiles and heavy bolters into the 1 hive guard. Hitting on 3s.
2s and 3s.
This toughness 6.
Oh. 2s and 5s.
And 5s, yeah. It's 2 wounds. 4 plus cover. He dies. The 1 hive guard goes down. And then rapid firing into these Termagants. Hitting on 3s. Re-rolling. Oh, 9 out of 10. And hitting on 3s, no saves. So 7. So taking heavy losses. Leadership test on these guys, leadership 6. They run 2d6 inches, 4 inches, so they're going to stay on the board, but barely. Hive guard, leadership 7. They're fine. These Termagants, leadership 6. They run. And they're going to run 9 inches. The building saves them by redirecting them, so 9 inches brings them here. And no assaults declared. So we go into Tyranids, turn 3, but oh, it's looking bad. Looking bad. Both Termagants are gone. That's a warlord kill. And Termagants are running. There's 1 squad that's not, but not up to hold objectives, and they're just pouring through here. Reserves, 3+. Yes, the Umgarls are coming in, and so is the Moloch. So do they run? They don't. They stick around. Do those guys run? Yes, so they're off the board. They regroup 3 inches. And then we'll die next turn. Instinctive behavior, leadership 5. They fail it by 2, which means they take 2 wounds, because Ripper Swarms have that rule. These guys, also 5, and they fail it by 3, so they lose 1. Hive Guard, they are fine, and Termagants are also fine. The Umgarls were hiding inside the Land Raider, so they finally wake up after all that firefighting happens and all the sounds of the engines of the land speeders go flying by. And the Moloch is going to attempt to come in right here. And he scatters 2 inches back. So he comes right here, hits the land speeder, both bikes, and the big land speeder guy. So the 2 bikes, wounding them on 3s, no saves, so they're both dead. Woohoo! Killed something. Took a Tervagon and a Moloch to kill 1 squad of bikes, but hey, they're dead. Hitting strength 6 and armor 10, nothing. Strength 6, armor 10, glancing, so he dies.
He's gone.
Just wrecked, but we'll just remove him just to get him out of the way. And he pops out right here, having finally done some damage. He's happy. His brother's dead, but you know, whatever. These swarms are going to go for that command squad, and so are the other swarms. It's a 6-inch move, ignoring difficult terrain. Go ahead and just move them as close as possible. That's right, we're coming after you, command squad. We're all feeding. And these guys don't really have any other targets, except for this poor land speeder thingy. What is it called again, sorry? The Dark Shroud. So they're all going to jump out and go after it. So thankfully these Termagants are not lurking. So they're going to come out, because, you know, I'm dead, so I might as well try to take down as many of the Ravenwing as possible. The shooting phase, all 5 Ripper Swarms will fire into that command squad. Hitting on 5s. And re-rolling. Okay, not too bad. And 6s! 1 6! 3 up save, 5 up. Feel no pain, you're fine. These Termagants are going to fire into this wounded attack bike, wanting to take it down desperately. 6 shots hitting on 4s. 4 hits, wounding on 5s. 1 wound. 3 up save to stay alive. Yay! And he's gone! Oh, the Termagants feel good about themselves. And just for the heck of it, these 4 guys will snapshot into these 6s. 1 hit. 5s. Nothing. And then the Hive Guard are going to open fire to this land speeder. Try to reduce the number of crack missiles on the board. 4 shots, 3s to hit. Only 2 hits. 5 up cover. My goodness, he still got 1. Glance. Pen. Which? Oh, only stuns him. So he's stunned, he's down to 1 hull point, but at least he'll be snap firing those stupid weapons. And then assaults. These guys are going to assault into this. And he's going to assault first. Are you going to overwatch him?
I will overwatch.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Yeah, sure. 8 shots from the plasmas, 6s to hit. 1 hit so far, re-roll everything, and hope that you roll a bunch of 1s.
That's what you hope.
1-1, armor save. He's fine. Choose to insta-kill. He's gone. That's what I expected. He was just the bait. Charging with the other ones. 8 inches. No problemo. We'll start here. And I'm going to give the Gene Stealers +1 attack. Actually, you know what? +1 strength, so they're strength 5. Hitting on 3s. 5's to glance, 6's to pen. It's dead. Does it explode though? Oh, thank goodness no.
Well, a few times.
So we got some piling in going on over here. So I think most of his guys will be able to fight, except the guy in the back. Apothecary can't fight. So 3 normal guys first, just hitting on 3s. These are at strength 5, so they're winning on 2s. 2's to wound, rending. So 3 wounds, 1 rending. 6 up cover. Or, sorry, armor. Why am I zoomed in all the way? What happened there? Sorry about that. I take 2 wounds. So 1 is down to 1 wound. Librarian next. Hits on 3s and wounds on 3s. Wounds on 3s. Good. Gonna activate his force weapon.
Don't
Double
barrels.
and he kills 3 outright. So the first one will go on this guy, and then the other 2 wounds will go on him, and then he gets insta-killed from the force weapon. And then Samael. Hitting on 3s. 4 3s. AP2, so no saves, so another one dies. So now I get to hit back, and I get to do 5 attacks, because they're raged. Hitting on 4s. Watch out. 2 hits. Hitting on 6s. Nothing. And then his champion gets to attack last. 3's to hit, 2's to wound. Oh, 1 hit. And he survives, because it's not insta-kill. So I'm fearless. So are you going to try to hit and run?
Yes. Go.
Initiative test, 4 or less. No, you are locked in combat with that Ripper Swarm. That's right, no plasmas for that Moloch. So I was going to call it at the end of turn 3, but the fact that the Ripper held that squad there means the Moloch could survive and the Gene Stealers could survive, which means I might have some inkling of a chance of actually maybe pulling off something with this. So we're going to keep going. Going into Ravenwing, turn 4. Oh, we forgot to check to see if that blows up. I think we forgot a couple times.
Yeah, you see?
Nope.
Nope. There's forward.
They're just going to move forward to take out these last remaining Termagants, which is obviously a good idea.
These guys are going to...
Went through dangerous there.
Yep.
But they want to get over there. They got to help out. I can't believe that Ripper Swarm actually tied them up. That's awesome.
So here, he'll just go...
Land Speeder's moving forward. This one can't move because it is stunned.
Do I want to
means
fire
it's
him
forced
back? Yeah,
facing
I'll fire
forward.
Him with the Moloch.
Yeah, the Moloch needs to go down. Assault bikes are going to come around. They want to take any chance of me actually taking objectives away. So 2 crack missiles and a heavy bolter into these Termagants. Can't fire the frag missiles because they're blast weapons and he's stunned. Hitting on 6s. Oh! 2 heavy bolter hits. 2's to wound. No saves. So I get 5 up saves because he's shooting through his own guy. Doesn't matter. So those 2 go down. 2 attack bikes into these Termagants. Hitting on 3s. Twin link with the bolters. Twin link bolters. Okay, the heavy bolters wound on 2s and 3s for the bolters. So a bunch of wounds. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and the rest will get 4+ cover save. 4+. Oh, 1 more dies.
Fire at them.
Rapid firing into the Termagants. And shots, twin linked. Hitting on 3s. And twin linked. 8 hits, wounding on 3s. I will go to ground, just in case. Nope, they're dead. And they are wiped out. Landspeeder firing 2 crack missiles and heavy bolter into the Moloch. Hitting on 3s. And then the cracks on 2 and the rest on 5s. Oh,
wow.
all wounds.
That was good.
So no saves against those 2, but 3+ armor. Wow, whatever, I took 4 wounds. It's like these dice are determined. They're like, no, you are not gonna get any moral victory. You must die. Okay, so he's gonna assault here. They are, actually, I've got a leadership test. And they're running. And they run 5 inches. So they're gonna get to here. So that changes your assaulting.
Yeah, I can't assault them.
Yeah, they'll be too far away. But it also means I'm running away, so I'm probably dead anyways. So we have this assault. I think I'm just gonna remove him. The chances of him surviving all those attacks are very, 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 very little. So they're going to consolidate 4 inches. Move up to here. So the Tyranids are all but dead, but I got some heavy hitters still on the board to see if I can, at least in this turn, do some damage. So end of the Ravenwing, turn 4. So they basically driven away most of the Termagants. Got some Hive Guard left up there, got a Moloch, and got my Young Girl Gene Stealers. Not looking too good. So regroup on these guys. They do not. How far do they go? 4 inches. So they stay on the board just barely. but they're pretty much dead. Hive Guard, Instinctive Behavior, 7 Leadership. I really want them to make this so they can choose who yes, because I don't want them to fire at the nearest. I want to fire at a land speeder. Moloch, Instinctive Behavior, 8 or less. I make it. I wanted to fail that one because he gets feed. And the Gene Stealers are going to come this way. They're going after the command squad. I'm going to see if I can get a moral victory there, or if they're just going to get their faces pummeled in. All I know is that if I leave them out in the open, they'd be dead anyways. Moloch is going to move to here, and he'll choose a target based off of how the Hive Guard do. So the Hive Guard are going to fire into this land speeder. 3s to hit. 3 hits. 3 Jinx saves, 5+. Oh, whatever! Wow. And we don't even glance. Moloch's charging this one. He wants it dead. Gene Stealers will charge through difficult terrain into the command squad, who I'm guessing are going to overwatch.
Yes, they will do that.
6 plasma shots, hitting on 6s. Re-rolling. And only 1 hit. 2s to wound, no saves, so 1 Gene Stealer down. I don't want to lose any more, because then I'll have a really hard time charging. And then the bolters from Samael and the Librarian. 1 hit so far, with Twin Linked. 2 hits. 5s to wound, because they do have +1 toughness this assault phase. Nothing. So I need 7 inches, difficult. And I get to re-roll any dice because of fleet. You know, I'm gonna just... You know, it's a 50-50 chance. No, wait a second. If I just re-roll the 1, I need a 4, so that's a 50-50 chance.
Yep.
If I re-roll these 2, I'm basically ignoring the 6, because these will be lower than or equal to it, and I need to get a 7. To roll 7 or higher is actually a 55% chance. So I'm going to re-roll both of these.
You're giving this much more thought than I have.
Yay! 9 inches. So closest to closest, closest to closest. Now the only problem is I will be initiative 1, which really, really, really bites, because you're going to kill half of them. So Samael will pile in first and go, because he's initiative 5. Attacks hitting on 4s.
He's weapon skill 6.
So 4s.
Okay.
I'm weapon skill 6 too.
Cool. Wow.
Wow. 5s to wound, no saves.
Wow.
Freaking crap. Holy. You know what your odds were of doing that? They weren't very good.
Very good.
You know, the one way that I hate losing
is
by the dice. You know, if you beat me as tactics, not that you're not doing good tactics or strategy, but if it's just the dice that just kill you, you're just like, right, dice, why are you killing me? So pile in for everybody except the one initiative 1 guy. So they should all be within 2 inches of him.
Yeah.
Librarian first, it's strength 4, hitting on 4s. Nothing. So that's a strength 5 guys, hitting on 4s, winning on 4s. They're all AP nothing but rending, so winning on 4s. 2 wounds, 4+ armor, 1 die. And then lastly your champion, but he hits at the same time as my guy, so anybody he kills now get to fight back. Actually, it should have been me piling in, not you, because it's my turn. So I have initiative 1, I pile in first. So hit on 4s, wounding on 2s, no saves. 1 hit. 4s. Wounding on 4s?
Yeah, because he's strength 5.
Nothing.
No.
Wow, okay, the dice worked back into my favor there. 3s to hit. 5s to wound, rending. I had a 6 there, then it got knocked over. 3+ armor. Oh, look at that, you're fine. So I lost by 3, I'm not fearless, so 7 or less, I stay. And then the Moloch is just going to beat the crap out of that land speeder, hitting it automatically 4 times if I want to, but I'm going to do 3 times with the smash attack. So 3 automatic penetrating hits because it's strength 10 versus armor 10, so does not blow up. Actually, no, I'm AP 2, so he does blow up. Does it hurt my guy? No. And he's gone. So I think at this point I'm going to call it, because those Gene Stealers just whiffed. The Moloch is going to die, and I got nothing else on the board except a couple Hive Guard. So, good game. And Vault members, stay tuned for the post-game show where we'll talk about these armies. And we're going to play another game today. It's going to be Tau versus Tyranids.
Exciting.
Yes, and that'll be the next one, which will be in the Vault. So if you're a Vault member, you can go and watch that right now. It'll be posted. If you're not a Vault member, you can join for free for a 7-day trial by clicking on the link in the video description to the second game. This is Matthew from MiniWarGaming. Thanks for coming in for the game, Ross.
Thank you.
Even if you did beat the snot out of me, that's okay.
You might beat me next time. I'm not very good with that. So see what happens.
All right. And happy wargaming. And we are deployed. All 20 of my models. Got a little brick of guys right here. 2 Tyrannifexes with the Doom Malantai, the Hive Tyrant, and the Troop Choice Turbogon. Over here, the other Tyrannifex with the HQ Choice Turbogon. and then a group of termagants in here just hiding away. And then on this side of the board, we've got the the one broadside whose gun does not want to stay on.
There we go.
And we got a nice, solid gun line. Like, approach that and die. So, and they're all nice and close to this objective. We are in night fighting. Are you going to try to seize the initiative?
I am.
You betcha. Roll a die. If you roll a 6. Okay, good. I think I would have had an aneurysm or something if you rolled a 6. Like, dice, why do you hate me?
Why have you forsaken me?
Yes. Night fighting might have helped a bit, but I just didn't want to see somebody die right before I had a chance to even move. So, good luck. May you lose horribly. I mean, have fun.
I'll do my best to lose horribly. I mean, have fun.
I mean, have fun, yeah. No, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. Let's just say that. Tyranids, turn 1. All right, why don't you move over a little bit?
Sounds good.
And right there's perfect.
Awesome.
It's just Ross, right?
Yeah, just Ross.
Okay. And this is Ravenwing,
Ravenwing.
not Deathwing.
Not Deathwing.
Okay, good. Matthew here from MiniWarGaming. This is another Beat Matt Batrep. Do I say MiniWarGaming.com?
No, you said MiniWarGaming.
I know, but do I say MiniWarGaming? Wow, I know I think about
don't
it.
think you do.
I've done this like 150 to 200 times. Matthew here from MiniWarGaming.com. I actually don't know.
I don't know either now.
It's one of those things where you ask the question when you actually start to pay attention, and you can't remember. I've done it like 200 times. Probably more like 500 times, to be honest, now that I think about it, because every video I start off that way. Matthew here from MiniWarGaming.com, and this is another, I don't know. I'm just going to do the .com.
I think you do .com in the sit and talks.
Yeah, I'm confused now. We'll find out. This is a blooper reel for the end.